Hello, it's me again, and this time I bring you the AM news. In our first story, government has reviewed its target of vaccinating 20 million citizens by the end of the year. President Akufo-Addo explained in an interview with Forbes Africa that challenges with acquiring vaccines at the start of the year have forced government to change course.
Since recently, in the last months, 2 months, I think that access to them has been growing. I think that by the end of this year, the projections are that we would have received some 15 million vaccines. The 20 million target we may not reach it by the end of the year, but we believe that by the end of the first quarter of next year, we'll have attained it. And the significance of it is that the population of 30 million people, that's what we are. Our latest census that we just conducted has indicated that if we're able to vaccinate 20 million people, essentially we're vaccinating the entire adult population of Ghana. And that in itself builds up all the immunities within the population that we know about. So it's, as a target, it's an important target. We believe that we will systematically, we're getting closer and closer to realizing it. In the process, too, we've taken some long-term decisions. We've been dependent on other people to provide us with vaccines. It's an intolerable situation. A pandemic that is affecting your population, and you are not in a position to assist the population because you're having to beg other people to give you what they have. It's not a situation that we can live with.
Meanwhile, residents of Bingbong are asking for a better health facility to provide quality health care for them. They say poor logistics at the facility is making accessing health care a difficulty for the over 3,800 people in the area. Correspondent Martina Bugri reports.
The Bingbong community is about an hour's drive from the capital, Yendi. It has the biggest health center in the area, 7 over 10 communities. But over the years, the facility is bedeviled with lots of challenges. Speaking to Joy News, the nurse in charge at the facility, Nima Kofi, said the facility has just 4 beds, 2 for the maternity ward and 2 for the general ward.
Detention, for instance, we have 2, but the other 2, 3, but the other 2 beds are for maternity cases. So in the case we don't have maternity cases, we rely on that one for our detention cases. Are you getting me? So that's how we do here. So on a normal day, we have delivery cases. Our detention number of beds has been reduced to 2.
He said patients are sometimes paired 2 or 3 on a bed whilst they are being managed.
What we do is I will pair the patients, especially the children, put them on patients, 1 bed for 2 or 3 or more on a bed to be able to manage them. So for that matter, we are looking for any help that will come on our way to expand the capacity or the facility capacity, increasing the number of beds.
Mr. Kofi said the facility has no medication to administer to patients and several appeals to government has not yielded any results.
Our staff strength too is another problem. We are working like a health center, but normally our place is not, we are not doing health center work here. We are doing beyond. Because if you look at the communities around here, all are, this is the only health center we have. The other places are cheap compounds. And we don't have any single drug. They've stopped giving us drug for a very long time. They will ask you to make requests, you make, they will go and send it, it won't come. Request, it will go, it won't come. So we don't know what is happening to our government now. We don't know what is, because patient will come to us like this patient just came right now. She needs a drug to treat for something simple, like we just mentioned. We don't have a drug. So we are appealing to government that they should give us drugs for the patient to benefit.
Some residents said it was demoralizing to travel from far to the facility and there are no medications. They said it's a disturbing matter that government needs to address.
As a member of community, I feel ashamed, especially when I travel to different parts of the country and I see their health system. So seeing our own and it is like this, in fact, we are not comfortable. I am just appealing to His Excellency the President and our Honorable MP, Alhaji Farouk, to actually come to our aid.
The Ghana Telecoms Chamber is warning that the continued cutting of fiber cables could worsen internet and call quality if not halted. The telcos have already spent about $6 million to fix these cables cut illegally across the country. Dr. Ken Ashigbe is CEO of the Telecoms Chamber.
I'm pretty sure some of you who know would know that in 2020, for example, we spent $6 million in just repairing fiber that had been damaged. A lot of the poor quality of service that you get is because somebody has damaged some fiber. And it's not only the telcos that I'm talking about. I gave you an example in Kumasi, where 4 kilometers of pipeline, Ghana water pipeline, was destroyed. If you ask electricity, they will also tell you about the damage that has happened to them because of the fact that, you know, the reservations have been encroached. They are not able to stay where they are supposed to stay. And then they come into the carriageway when the roads are being done, then they are spending money in the same places instead of extending it because of all these things. And no, it's not only that. We all know the number of lives that have been lost, you know, due to flooding because people have built in, waterways and all of that. So the indiscipline as Ghanaians has to stop. And I think that this thing where those who are breaking the laws, you know, blackmail politicians, for us, and we are not standing any elections. We would ensure that the right thing is being done. And when we do it, we don't have any political motive. It is about the country, it is about being professionals, and it's about doing what is right.
So other stories now concern citizens of Ave in the Volta region are worried about the interference and interest of some politicians in selecting a chief executive for the assembly. They lament the attempt by party folks to impose their favorite on them is unacceptable and an indication of disrespect. There's more in the following report.
3 individuals were shortlisted after the vetting process for the position of the Akim North District Chief Executive. Prosper Patu Kofi was the first nominee who was rejected on 2 occasions. Paul Agbesi Ayera was subsequently nominated but was also rejected 4 consecutive times by the assembly members. However, some concerned citizens of Ave say they have picked information that Mr. Ayera would be nominated again and presented to the assembly, a development they are unhappy about.
In actual fact, 5 people had applied to be nominated by the president for confirmation for the district chief executive position in the Akim North District in the Volta region. Out of this number, the names of 3 candidates had been shortlisted by the Honorable Regional Minister for nomination by His Excellency the President. We demand that they exhaust the 3 names they have shortlisted. They should present the 3rd name also to be voted for. If he is also rejected, then we shall all sit down to decide on what to do next. We, the concerned citizens of Ave, wish to make it clear that we do not want to see any of the nominees to be voted for again because it will be absurd. We are therefore calling on the Honorable Assembly members of the Akim North District Assembly to boycott in totality any move to parade any of the rejected nominees to be voted for again. We members of the concerned citizens of Ave are not politicians, and we shall not allow any political institution to use its power to intimidate the people of the Akim North District. Those who do not belong here should stay away.
Ghana's first skating park has been opened in Accra. The edifice, built in memory of fashion entrepreneur Virgil Abloh, who died of cancer last month, was put up by volunteer skating players who have for years struggled for a place to practice the sport in a country where lesser-known games continue to fight for attention. A report by Justice Baidu.
My name is Harmony Bataka. My friends call me Blue. I'm a skateboarder and I'm part of the collective Surf Ghana. I've been skating for 2 years.
Blue has always wanted a safe space where she could practice skating. And so when she had a call to be a part of the group of volunteers to build the Freedom Park, she jumped at it.
Sometimes you want to skate, but mostly you don't have a lot of obstacles or different things to try with, you know. So mostly we just have flat ground, but this has different things to try. So I'm going to try everything that I can here. It's not just flat, you know. So it's going to make me improve.
Like many talents who play in the so-called lesser-known sports in Ghana, there's very little support for the game.
My name is Daniel Soa. I'm a skateboarder, a skate coach, a filmmaker, and a photographer.
Many of the people part of this build, like Daniel, have had the experience of getting thrown out of makeshift places that they've created themselves to practice.
We usually used to skate the streets, in front of people's shops, empty spaces that were not used, National Theatre, the Trade Fair, and other demolished places like Mile 7 right now. We usually have a lot of problems using people's spaces because they are private spaces and they have problems with us skateboarding there, so we get kicked out most of the time when we do our own thing, but we always try and survive by trying to always find a new place until we had to get to this space.
I believe that skateboarding can definitely encourage youth entrepreneurship, develop also entrepreneurship in sport industry. And Ghana, because I was telling you, has the most progressive skating in West Africa.
This dream has been brought to life with kind support from people far and near who, like the young people working here, want to get talent to take their craft beyond Ghana. Amongst them, Virgil Ablo, the creative fashion designer and entrepreneur who died last month from cancer. In his name, the Freedom Park has been dedicated.
It's sad that he wasn't here himself to see what his work, you know, had done. And yeah, but I'm sure that wherever he is, he knows that we're happy and we appreciate whatever it is that he did for us.
It's a very, very big opportunity for people like me because we need to develop what we have as talents. So if we have spaces like this, that's going to help us grow and develop our talents to go where we want to go. Is really, really good for us because to become someone who wants to skate and go into, like, let's say the Olympics or whatsoever, you need to be skating parks, transitions, and other things like this. And getting access to it is the main thing that we needed.
The global skateboard market size was estimated at $1.9 billion in 2019, reaching $2 billion in 2020. For the many Ghanaian skateboarders looking to play at the world stage and also earn from their craft, the Freedom Park would finally create a safe space so they too can reach the stars. Justice Bedu, Joy News, East Legon in Accra.
After 2 years of missing out on the Love and Shirafms family party in the park, it is going to be very exciting on Monday. So stick and stay, we'll tell you all about it.
All roads lead to Kumasi Raptor Park on 3rd January for the biggest family party gathering in Kumasi. The event has fathers, mothers, siblings and relations coming together to share quality time. Event executive at Love and Shirafms, Eric Inkum, is promising an all-exciting event.
So you know how we do it. When it comes to events, Love and Shirafms, we are #1 in Kumasi and Oseko. And so I can assure all patrons, everyone who will be trooping here to the Raptor Park, that you will have fun and you never regret paying that 10 Ghana cedis. The rate is just cool 10 Ghana cedis. So come, let's party hard at the Raptor Park with all the family.
There will be a kids and adults corner with a variety of fun-filled activities for both children and adults. Other side attraction will be various games and fun-filled competitions with some amazing prizes and live bands for adults.
We have the kids corner and the adult corner. With the kids corner, we have all the kids playing equipment. The bouncy castles, the electric train, the trampoline, Santa Claus, and what have you. We also have the adult corner where we have an electrifying live band music to thrill patrons to back-to-back live band music. So I'm entreating all Kumasi and beyond to come to the Raptor Park on Monday at 9 a.m. sharp, and let's have fun. We're coming along with all the presenters you've heard of, the Mame Fe, Kofi Juma Nkwana, Asanka the Boyosman, David Akwete, DJ Rubin, and the rest. So please come and let's have fun at the Raptor Park on Monday, 3rd January 2022.
All patrons are advised to observe the COVID-19 protocols for the safety of everyone. For Joy News, Bilkis Mohammed.
That's it for the AM News. For more news, you can log into myjoyonline.com, which is what we're going to do in the next 2 minutes.